Tennessee record-wise isn't quite the Tennessee we've been accustomed to. I mean, it would attribute kind of assess their team, maybe why they're struggling slightly compared to years past.
I think expectations might have been a little bit unrealistic. I think Bruce has spoken to that. Coming into the season, with what they had lost, I think expectation initially people had kind of put them as the front runner. I think they got a good basketball team. I think they're playing pretty good right now, coming off 2 straight wins and a domination of their last game against Vanderbilt. A team that's hard to match up with because they do have a lot of weapons.
Andy, you've addressed a little bit fatigue among freshmen, hitting the ball this time of year, that kind of thing. I know hadn't seen too many bad games from Tarico shooting-wise. Do you sense some of that in him? Do you see fatigue at all there?
He didn't make shots down the stretch. They were difficult shots, but
yeah.
We've talked about it before. It's part of the maturation of our players. Not only are they in the game when the game's on the line, but now they're asked to make the play against formidable opponents. So all of that, there's going to be a little bit of inconsistency, and that's part of dealing with young guys. We've analyzed the shots that he took, and those are the shots that he's going to continue to have to take.
Are you comfortable, Andy, with obviously you like Murphy's energy? Are you comfortable with his decision making?
Not so much his decision making. It's just attention to detail. We're dependent upon him. I think he played 25, 26 minutes, and it's a lot to ask. Going against a guy like Tazley Mitchell, for him to be on top of his game. The next game he's got Tyler Smith, and the game after that he'll have another upperclassman. So. Such is the life of a freshman in the SEC.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on the Volunteers?
Similar style of play. They're going to spread you. They can beat you with a number of ways. Got maybe the most versatile player in our league in Tyler Smith. They've got guys 1 through 5 that can stretch you out to the 3. Wayne Chisholm will shoot 3s. They've got versatility on their wings. Obviously, they lost some of their 3-point power in Chris Lofton, one of the best that's ever played in this league, and Jawan Smith doesn't get talked about much, but he was an integral part of their success over the 2 years. They're trying to replace those guys with a couple of freshmen. A guy named Scotty Hobson, who's a tremendous player. A guy named Cameron Tatum, who was a redshirt last year. They're not pressing as much, but they still press on dead ball situations. Still famous for their ability to not let you inbound the ball under your own basket. They're not going to trick you a lot. They'll play a little bit of zone, mostly man, a lot of pressure. We're going to have to handle their pressure.
Regardless of what happens, postseason-wise, NIT, NCAA, whatever, how important is it to end, 4 out of 6 games at home, to end the season well, to kind of capitalize on some of this momentum?
Well, no question. Our goal is we still think there's games on the table that we can win. We feel very comfortable as to what is still in front of us, and so we know we've got 7 games. They're guaranteeing us 7 left, and I certainly hope we can win our share.
Anything new, Zach? Just same thing.
Same thing every day. He is going to continue to have some pain. Doesn't do a whole lot throughout the course of practice, and we'll see how he feels Wednesday. It literally is day to day with him.